I am $7,150 into this Whiteout survival account. It is day 45. And if that number seems like a jump, if you're following me and watching me and you know what my last number was, if that seems like a jump, it is. Because you know what? This Tundra adventure has me going all kinds of sideways because I really want this skin in this March. So I spent up to the $50 mark yesterday. I'll probably do the same. And if I have to on the last day, I might go to the $100 mark. We'll see how that turns out. If you're new to the channel and just following me fresh, basically I put like $6,000 in the account in the first 22 days. The plan was to spend $8,000 all through 2026. I am way off that plan now, but if you want to follow this journey, what I'm trying to do is learn to be an efficient whale. Hey, Spencer, thanks for joining. So the plan was to be an efficient whale. I'm not being an efficient whale anymore. I'm today, at least during this Tundra adventure, because as I understand it, these skins are really difficult to get. And as you can see, I've already got the, I forgot what this one is called, the something adventure, but it's like a pyramid, a cool looking pyramid thing. And then next I'll try to go after the, I'll go after the Dragon's Blessing and the March to go along with it. So we'll see how that turns out. So bear hunt is just about to get started. I haven't been pressing too much on the troops, just what's needed for alliance, mobilization and random things like that. But so I still can't fill all 3 additional marches. So I did kind of reconfigure them a little bit as my marksman count is going up. Hey, thanks for joining. So that's what my marches look like right now. And I did manage to get Siyun's skill pressed 1 more level, so that should help tonight. Hopefully we'll have all the big people on tonight. Sometimes, I'm streaming these events so I can kind of document the journey, and sometimes they're good bear hunt nights, I'm learning, and sometimes they're not. Whether it's because I'm talking to you guys and forget to join, or whether it's because there's not enough people online, or one night our banners were expired because we moved our headquarters. So whatever, I'm just documenting the journey. So that's the way things go sometimes, the ups and the downs. Later tonight, I'm going to do a recorded session of the Tundra adventure. But as I was just explaining, if you're following along on my journey, my intent is to be an efficient whale, and I wanted to spend like $8,000 over 2026. I've already spent, more than I'm supposed to in January. It's going to end up being a couple $100, but it's mainly because of this Tundra adventure. I did unlock this skin, and I'd like to get the other skin in the March. So here's where my Alonzo's looking. I do have the skills pressed. I wish I can get this exploration skill pressed a little bit, but the right here. But it is what it is. I can only do so much, and I don't want to go too crazy outside of certain events. I don't want to miss the start of the bear hunt. So is what it is. I'll try to keep on pressing it, and I'll watch for the events. I'll kind of save and watch for the events. So we'll see how bear hunt ends up turning out tonight. It is a Wednesday night too, so we do it every other day, so kind of the day shifts. So we pick up different people, but if I can get most of the heavy hitters online tonight, then I can do all right. My previous high, I gotta make sure I don't miss that start, but previous high was about just shy of 110 million, and I would like to break that, but I don't know when it's going to happen because it really has to be everybody. All the heavy hitters have to be around so that I can join well also. Make sure turn auto join off because some people are still calling rally when they shouldn't be right before bear. And shouldn't have anybody out. Good. Here we go. I'll check chat in a second. I see a question. I'll check in 1 minute. Just get this out, and hopefully oh yes, we have some good folks to join. People messing me all up with their names because they're having fun with a mask party. Okay. So the question was, what's your monthly budget? Okay. Okay, King Arthur, up to $2,000 a month. I don't know, everybody's number is different. I'd classify that as like Kraken level spending personally. I was trying to spend $8,000 for the year. I thought that was like an efficient whale. Like I know it's not a mega whale, not a Kraken level spending, but I was trying to spend $8,000 for the year, which put me somewhere around, you know, 670 a month. It turns out this month, I think I'm going to end up spending about $1,000, mainly because of this Tundra adventure, because, you know, there's efficient spending. I'm trying to do the experiment of efficient spending. Like through the community, people are trying to help me understand, like, well, the chops are going to get better in value over time. So don't spend so much up front. Be careful what you buy, because some of the things are easy to get and some of them are really rare. So I'm trying to do efficient spending. But it turns out that every now and then there's something like these limited editions. I asked several people in the community, I think Spencer is probably still here. I asked, you know, several people in the community, like, hey, is this event is something, how rare is this really? They're saying it's limited. How rare is it really? Apparently it's fairly rare and hard to get. Like these coins expire when the event expires. The dice expire when the event expires. So you kind of got to go all in and go for it, because, you know, it's there. And so the event itself, comes only a couple times a year. These skins, I guess, are only available in certain events throughout the year. So, so it's really difficult to get, and I really like them. So you know, what's the fun of being a whale if I can't have some of the cool cosmetics? Yes, they come with the stats buffs also. And we do have Foundry coming up this weekend. So I was like, you know what? If I'm not going to get a chance to get this for maybe 6 months to a year, efficiency goes out the window then. Like, you just got to spend what you got to spend to get what you need. I know I don't need it, but so it's not the most efficient thing I'm doing. Can we see the bear scores from mail? You mean previous? We didn't get started yet, so there's not much there yet. And I probably deleted the old ones. I definitely wish I would have spent smarter in the beginning. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I feel like I've got a good intent, and I'm learning a lot from the community. People are helping me, joining these lives, commenting on my videos, helping me understand that. And I have good intent, but I feel like I'm caught in a weird timing, because as I understand it, like this event itself, this Tundra adventure, like all across multiple states, I hear people talking about it because it hasn't been on for a while. So like had this happened like several months in, I'd have fire crystals in there instead. But I'm at 45 days, so it's kind of like a crap shop, except for the skins, and I'm kind of, you know, stuck with it. So we're in 37.94. So that's where things stand with Tundra Adventure. So I'll do that as recorded content after the reset later tonight. We do have an interesting situation, and I have about a minute, so I could probably pop into this quickly, but we have an interesting situation in Arena. The multi-state arena is getting more and more competitive, and now we have people in here who are like 13 mil, 12. This is the person I was kind of fighting before. They were at the top. Now we have people in here with 13 mil, and there's a couple others with like 11 mil and stuff like this. Now I really have to kind of do my little last minute rush and hope to avoid the people who are headhunting last minute. Let me yeah, all right, I think I have a second to check chat. As a student who plays this game, it's very hard to keep up with the spenders. Once Fire Crystal Age starts, it's a lot of spending. I've been playing for almost 600 days. It's a mixed, so I'm curious. I'm really interested in that response, actually, because the way I see it, I like the fact that this game kind of spreads the wealth with the alliance chests and with the way the alliance is set up. So people who are spending are actually contributing to free-to-play players as well. I know that whales and people who are spending are going to progress faster and get the cooler stuff. I know that. But I'm just curious, Hunter, you know, do you find that it's enjoyable to play the game? You've been playing it for 600 days. And do you like the fact that the kind of that subsidized spending helps you enjoy the game further with less spending? Because I'm playing on a low spend account as well, and that's what I get out of it. I feel like it's unique in that way. In SVS, we're going against you. Okay, cool. See you in SVS. I'll answer that question I just saw in chat after I get these rallies out. I'm just spot checking that I got everyone out. Yeah, so the question was, what made you want to spend and become a whale so quickly? So I'll give you the quick story. Basically, I made some money on all things on TikTok Shop. So as a creator, as a content creator, I made some money on TikTok Shop. And I took some of that money and I wanted to, I've tried to grow a gaming channel before. I looked for a game that looked like it would be interesting for me to play, have some fun with, and try to grow a channel around. And so I took some of that profit and put it into this game because I saw, A, it was a lot of fun, and B, it was intriguing that people were spending so much money. So I kind of want to see what that was all about. And then I wanted to try to do it from I made a lot of mistakes up front, and I decided, you know what, let me try to do this as kind of like an efficient whale journey, so I can try to be as efficient as possible, so I can build power by spending money, but doing it smartly, hopefully. Although, like, again, don't judge. I'm not being smart with this Tundra adventure. That's all about cosmetics. So that's kind of my story. That's how things started. So I started spending some money to try to grow the channel, and I thought this would be an interesting kind of journey to document. So that's what I'm doing. And some people enjoy, like, when I explain what I'm doing, I'm explaining why, my reasoning behind it, and that helps them give me more information and input and helps me learn. Some people like just watching the journey to see going from, like, when I first started this, I think was down around like 10 mil power, and now I'm up to like 77 almost power. Some people like seeing the evolution of me as a gamer as we play some of the lives and stuff like this. Or, that's why I'm still doing the bear hunts, because I don't know, it's to some degree bear hunt isn't all that exciting, but it's a kind of a measure of your power. So I think at the very least it helps document the journey a little bit. Hunter says, the friends I've made along also play a part in keeping me here. It's fun. Yeah, that's an important part of what I think about this game as well, the social aspect of the game. Although it's hard to get people at first talking in Alliance chat, once they do and you make some good friendships here, it's kind of cool to have this, the game uniting people. The social aspect of the game is pretty cool. You choose a good game in a few months as the state grows, and once you guys get Frost Tyrant event and you'll win it, you can say anything to tens of thousands of people, even promote your stuff. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I mean, of course, it would be nice to monetize the channel if possible. That is, the intent ultimately. But there's an aspect of this where I'm just doing it for fun. Like I was made a official Whiteout Survival content creator. I've access to post in the Discord, but that's about it. So that's not a sponsorship arrangement or anything like that. It's just kind of like you're part of the club, So that's kind of fun. Am I the biggest whale of the state? No. Let me show you. Yeah, I have a minute. Let me show you quickly. So there's an interesting happening. I have a good relationship with the other. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I have a good relationship with the other big whale in the state. Oh, I hit the wrong thing again. This other player is her and I. It used to be we would flop back and forth, but I think I saw some stats. I think that number is because she spammed a bunch of troops for Hall of Chiefs because she really was behind on Geronimo and needed that. So when I look in Labyrinth, for example, I've got a minute. I can do it quick. You do know. But when I look in Labyrinth and you compare some of that instead, and if I go to the Labyrinth view, you can see, like, on most of these, I think I'm ahead. I don't know if she's done some more recently, but I don't know. So I think we're probably comparable in power, roughly speaking, other than she's spammed a bunch more troops for Hall of Chiefs, which I can do. I just haven't really needed to do it other than for Bear. And I'm like, I'm not going to spend all those speed ups. I'm going to try to save as much as I can for that. People who are just joining, I'm $7,150 into this account on day 45. I'm so bored. I can barely keep up with who's who, let alone my own name. So, hey, thanks for joining. Buy as much mithril as possible. That's a common thing I hear. I'll show you how my mithril hoarding is going. I don't want to use it yet until there's an event that comes up that allows me to use it. When these returns come back, I'll check. And I've been busy talking and checking chat. I haven't even been checking my joins. So I could be doing horrible and I don't even know it because I haven't been checking my joins. They didn't come back yet. Get that out. That out. I don't know why that dude is even calling. I haven't checked his stats or anything, but all right. How come we don't have enough people calling? Should have joined him after all. There we go. Okay, so try to hoard as much mithril as you can. That's what I keep on hearing. So here's how much mithril I was able to hoard so far. Just 10. I know it's hard to get. So basically, I've been trying to grab it from wherever I can, but you know, Labyrinth Shop will reset eventually. Where else was it? Was it in the Arena Shop now? I think there's another place I saw it just open up. Yeah, so it's in the Arena Shop now as well. But now we have this state versus state arena, and we have these other whales. It's not so easy for me to just grab first place anymore. So, did you unlock Sunfire Castle Battle yet? No, but people are talking about that as well as SVS coming up. So it's all coming up soon. I haven't checked. I think it's soon. I haven't checked. If anybody's from my alliance and knows who's on the live, put it in the chat, because I think it's soon. I think it's like within a couple weeks or something. I know somebody pinged me, like it feels like a week ago, and said it was like 20 days. So, oh, it's in 7 days? It's only 1 week away. So out of touch I am. That should be a fun battle. As your states grow older, packs will have better value. The price remains the same, but resources will increase. Yeah, so this is why this is a common theme I've heard, is like, to be more efficient, it would be better to spend money later than earlier. So like kind of ramp my spending. So essentially the plan was, and I'm still going to try to come back to this plan. I mean, there's only so many cosmetics that are unique like this. So at some point, I'm not going to care about the cosmetics anymore, and I'm just going to care about the the stats and growing permanent power. But the idea is, and the plan is, to spend less up front and more later of that budget. But I feel like I'm off track now, so I might you'll have to watch me and see. But you'll have to watch me and see if I'm able to stick to that plan. We'll see how it goes. I feel like it would be only right to throw in at least a couple more $100 because of this Tundra Adventure event. The other challenge I have is I started growing a low spend account, and I don't know if Spencer's still here, but like I started growing a low spend account, and I really can't. It doesn't make sense for me to be a whale in 2 states. It'd be very expensive and very difficult. But I'm really tempted, because not only is this Tundra adventure going on there as well, but it's a good group over there as well, and it's kind of a different vibe. So, but I maybe I'll have to be like a medium spender there or something. We'll see how that goes. The other kind of problem is that nobody. I did a couple videos on the low spend account, and I don't think anybody wants to see that. Like this, watching people spend a lot of money and watching a whale count is more exciting. So as far as content goes, I made a cool connection with a bunch of people over there on the low spend account, and I enjoy that very much. I enjoy that alliance very much, and that state, and now I'm in a situation where I have 2 different groups, and that account nobody really kind of wants to see the content of. It's just not as exciting, I suppose. What skin did you get? Let me see. Tundra Adventure. So it's in the bottom, I think. Yeah, it's this one, Lost City. And then I'm gonna go for the Dragon's Blessing also. But that's gonna cost. I mean, I did get lucky-ish. I hit the 1200 a couple times, and I got lucky-ish. I didn't hit the 2500, but I made some. I got some good hits, so I was able to get that skin at least. That one's not marked as limited, but a couple people in the community said that one's very hard to get. Apparently they brought it back because people are upset they couldn't get it. Like even in some advanced states, they brought it back because people didn't have an opportunity to get it. That's the thing. I don't know how long it's going to be. It could be another year, could be 6 months or another year before those skins are even available again. So I feel like this is a unique opportunity that I don't want to let pass. That's the reason I'm spending more than I really want to be. And again, I've been talking to you guys and showing you stuff, and I have not checked the damage for or checked my joins. Let's see who else we got. I can't even recognize these names, so I don't know. Here we go. I don't know like who to join anymore. I don't know how you guys do it. Some people said in the community that they do this around SVS for fun as well. This is not fun to me. This is stressful. Like, how am I supposed to know who to join? No, I'm not going to be able to join that one. I have to wait for another one. There we go. That's the one I wanted anyways. Okay. I hit 2,500 today after I watched your video. Okay, good. I'm glad I was, good luck for you. Yeah, so let me see if I can check my joins and check the damage report. Good, good, good. Everyone's doing joins correctly. So that's a good thing. Let's see what the damage report is looking like. Damage ranking. Yeah, this is all right. I don't know. We have how many rounds left? Probably only 2 more joins. This probably isn't going to top my high again. That's because you join rallies from top to bottom. We don't skip in our alliance. It's hard because so we have a couple problems, I feel like. And I would like to do things more. I've heard a couple different things people do in a more established alliances where things are kind of settled down. Number one, we have people with various different rally sizes calling that probably shouldn't be calling sometimes. And like if I don't check carefully, then I can't even fit my join into their rally. So that's why I like what I'm doing lately is I cherry pick the ones that I know are good, because they've been calling incorrectly and stuff like this. Support says probably Spicy Pickles is gone. Okay, so yeah, she's one of the other heavy hitters. So so that's one problem I have. The other problem is that I know some people say that like in some alliances they limit it to like 100,000 troops so that everyone gets a chance to join, and you're not supposed to cherry pick and all that, but I don't know, that I think that only works if you have a more established alliance with people who are all kind of in the similar level, and everyone's doing the right thing, like sending the right heroes, joining correctly, all that good stuff. So I don't know if that worked, and we're still in a phase where a lot of us don't even have enough troops to fully join with all marksmen in the other things we're joining. So it's kind of like hit or miss, depends on who joins you and what they have, how your rally's going to hit. Congratulations on 1K subscribers. I know, I saw that just before going live. I finally hit 1K. So now, as promised, I'm going to set up a Discord soon and go from there. In early stages, you should definitely cherry pick the best rallies for more damage. Yeah, I don't know. I know it feels a little unfair, but I don't know the best way to do it. Other than that. You hit 1K, congrats. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, now's a good time to mention, if you're watching this and you like the vibe, you want to follow this journey, you want to see if I'm able to stick to the budget, you want to see how the growth goes with that budget over the course of the year, now's the time to like and subscribe and turn on notifications, because I do go live every now and then. I don't always announce it because I'm just one person trying to do this kind of on the side, and And, you know, when I go live, you'll get the notification that way. I do think I'm going live maybe even twice on Sunday, but one would be the low spend account, so people probably wouldn't be interested in that one. Even in big states, you do cherry pick if the rules are not set to say it and not enforced. Okay, yeah. In our state, Alliance and HAC, we have open with all for everything. It's a massive boom with like 40 to 60 rallies on bear. Wow. I mean, if you can fill them all, I guess that's you know, that's not a problem. But the problem we tend to have, and especially in the smaller alliance where we're just getting started, people will call rallies like crazy, and we can't even fill them all. So it's really inefficient, both for the alliance. Why am I not? Oh, they're still returning. So it's like, you know, if you can't even fill them all, then what's it? You know, having all those rallies is just a problem. You're just kind of like dispersing all the troops, and it's not good for the alliance or for the people. How much time we have? We do have enough time, and I still have some returning. I'll check the damage for it when these returns come back. So, you know, especially with all these funky names and everything, it's hard for me to remember who's who, but like what I normally do is I just know the people who I'm going to join, or I look at the rally size to get some indication of how much power they have and if their heroes are good enough, and then I try to join those if I can be on the right cycle. And I found that, like, you know, even sometimes it's worth waiting for the right rally to join, because joining the wrong rally, you get it out faster, but it doesn't help you get any more points. Let's see where we're sitting. All right, not doing too bad. Yes, we can fill all as one joiner has like 230K to send, and limit for leader is 1 mil or so. Yeah, 1.9 mil. Yeah, that's, you're at the next level. We're not there yet. Like, my rally size is pretty good. As you can see here. But most people are, you know, in the 7, 8, well, most people are under, I would say, 500K. We have a couple people, though, in the higher range, you can see here. So most people are like 5K and under, 500K and under. Then we have a couple that are bigger. This is Supreme, and his rally size is pretty good, and Ashen and Miko. So let's see. You are far more than pretty good in your state of the game. Yeah, I think so. I think this account is in pretty good shape. But I am trying to make sure that spend is focused on building permanent power. I'm curious, while we're waiting, can someone drop me a comment about, like, I hear these conflicting, I guess, advice about growing permanent power. So the way I think you grow permanent power, aside from the obvious one, which is furnace, but like research, chief gear, and then hero gear. Of course, hero level is going to take have a factor as well. But I think those are the things that are like permanent power that people can't take away. Like, troops is not permanent power. But every time I have this conversation, or at least when I see comments and people, yeah, see hero gear first. So every time I have this conversation or see the conversation in comments, like, I would think that chief gear is high on that list, but some people say hero gear first. And probably nobody says research, although it's true. It's just a slower grind, and it's not as much power, but you can get a lot more power. But I mean, I would say chief gear would be the first, but even in the comments here, somebody's saying hero gear first, then chief gear. Another person saying hero gear first. Another person, hero gear first. Why? I'm just curious. Why is it that the hero gear over chief gear is so so much better. Hero because that's the best stats you can get. So this basically the stats you get on the chief gear don't give you as much stats as you get on the hero gear. Okay, well at least in this live the consensus seems to be hero gear, chief gear, then research and other stuff. Let me just catch this and then I'll read chat again. We're almost done though, so I can't catch another rally, but I might be able to send some troops out. I mean, I can't send another rally, but I might be able to get some troops out. Where are we at damage ranking? Yeah. Oh, those didn't go out yet, that's why. I see a bunch of stuff in chat, but I just want to catch this last, if I can catch any last minute rallies. They're not back yet. Nope, too big. Who came back? I thought I saw somebody come back. Nope. I think I'm not going to be able to catch this last return. There it is. Can I get it out? Oh, I was able to catch it. All right, that's going to be... Yeah, because under 2 minutes, I doubt I'll be able to catch one more. Yeah, and that's the only rally that's out there valid, and I won't be able to catch it. It's already full. Okay, so check the damage ranking right now. Oh, I beat my high. All right, this has been a decent night. All right, so let me check. Let me check the chat. Hero gear affects directly your troops when you send them out and gives you more bonus stats overall. I did chief gear first and was losing to people with bad chiefs and good hero gear. Okay. Charms as well, Spencer says. David says the orders hero gear, widgets, charms, chief gear. Hero gear, okay. Hero gear and widgets I was kind of lumping together, but that's a valid point. And then charms and chief gear, okay. Hero gear, widgets, charms, and chief gear. Looks like there's some consensus there. Mars said chief gear only gives you around 3 to 5% per upgrade, where hero gear gives you more percentage and overall more stats to upgrade. Okay. I'll have to look at that more carefully, but this is why it makes sense now. This is why I wanted to find out from the community. There's an interesting one. We don't have pets yet, but hero gear pet skills, research, charms, chief gear, pet. So you put research before charms and chief gear. Interesting. Yeah, Spencer says charms are very important too. Charms give a lot more stats per upgrade. I see. I don't think he has pets yet, but I would honestly prioritize pets over hero gear. That's interesting. Yeah, so pet skills, let's say 10% adds 10% total more, not only 10% only. So if you have 1,000%, 10% gives you a total of... Oh, it's multiplicative. Yeah. We have pet. What state are you in? We're 45 days in, and we're in state 3794. So we don't have pets yet, but I think they're coming. I've been told they're coming. They're right around the corner. So let's see where things landed. Oh, actually, I'll check the damage rewards here. All right, that's a new personal best. I don't think I tripped the next level of reward. I think that comes at 125, but that's a new personal best. That's pretty good. I'll take it. Early in the stream, somebody asked me to show the bear report from mail. I think this is what you wanted to see. Is that right? There's a couple different ones that we get, but this is the battle report. But usually I just check the damage report as it's going off. Yeah, so these are, it's interesting to see my rallies actually are almost 3 times more damage than the biggest one I joined. So it's interesting. We are getting F level 30 plus in 5 days. Because you unlock new heroes, the attack defense increase considerably more. Yeah. So permanent stat. Okay. This is interesting. So yeah, I'll have to pay attention to that more, but I thought for sure that like chief gear would be where it's at because it like assigned to the chief. But and not relevant, you know, it doesn't, but I guess hero gear can transfer between different heroes, right? So that makes sense. So this is why I have been pressing, I've been following, I was curious about it, but I have been following your advice of people who have been talking to me through these lives. And I have been pressing Alonso's gear, for example. I had this from, I think this was on Zinman, because not that I made a mistake exactly, but I knew that it was hero gear that I can transfer. And this is at level 4, so I've been pressing this one first, and I'll try to get this one up to 100 first. And then I'll work on the goggles for Alonso. But I already have, you know, Geronimo in pretty good shape. I'll get these up to 50 when I can, but I feel like it's more important to get the Alonso's attack up first. So that's the strategy right now. David says that's what everyone thinks about Chief Gear. It's because it's the first thing you see in a battle report. Yeah, there's some logic to it as well, thinking like, well, because that's assigned to the chief and not the heroes, and the heroes change, but the chief doesn't, then the way to build permanent power is with the chief gear. But apparently that's not true if you look at the math. So good information. That's why I like doing these lives, even though I'm just chilling here doing bear every 5 minutes between rallies, learning as I go and learning from you guys. All right, that's all I'm going to do for tonight. Later on tonight, I am going to do some purchasing because in this inefficient purchasing, I'm going to buy some more Tundra adventure dice, and I'll record that content. So look out for that video dropping later tonight after the reset. I'm going to take a break now, go do some kind of account maintenance chores, and then record that, and then you'll see that later. So if you want to follow this journey and see how things go with Tundra Adventure, how I'm going towards their skins, make sure you watch for that recorded content dropping later. Thank you very much, and until next time, I'll see you later.